Welcome to the channel, Mac That to Bill. Today I'm showing you guys the quarter panel. We're starting the work on the quarter panel. These are the quarter panel replacement that I cut off from the junkyard paws. So what I want to start off right off the back, this excessive second layer of metal. Don't trace it. I'm gonna cut it off on camera. I just wanted to leave it so I could show you guys, because it would be a good idea to save it for a spot this broken, maybe like this corner of my safe. But if I cut it off, that when I do my fender fitment on top of the other, the measurement is perfect. This is gonna be in the way, so that's the first step. We're gonna cut it out. So I'm gonna cut it back close as I can without damaging the quarter panel, and I'll show you guys and we'll proceed from there. We'll just get it. So as I show you guys, from a whole piece, this is what we're using. I'll show you guys pretty much so we see what we're talking about and how that's gonna go. So I cut a little extra more than what I needed, but I'd rather cut extra. The cut is shorter and I went and did all this work for no reason. So as we see, my quarter is still good compared to that quarter that had a whole bunch of bundle. It's like a little patina that's gonna get touched regardless. So this is gonna go simple like this. Whoa, so you guys see what I cut it extra, which I only need like probably this much of the curve, but I want to save extra again just in case that I had to cut more. But we seen right there was the damage, so most likely I'm gonna cut like around here. That's about it, and place the new one. Right now it's getting a little chilly, it's getting a little cold, so I'm gonna have to pick this up tomorrow. But I'm pumped just to show you guys that sometimes everything you plan doesn't go as planned and you gotta improvise. So in my mind, I wanted to change the whole quarter panel. Again, it's a perfect arch, so no sending damage in the whole quarter panel. We're gonna save up what we need of the corner right there, the bumper shape that's missing. Just cut that, measure it, and that's what we're gonna use for this side. Most likely we'll do the same on that side. Pause. Which we got the whole quarter panel here. Again, I'll do the same on that side, which I could see from here. It's got a little bundle too, but nothing to it. We're just gonna measure on this side how much we need, which most likely is from here to over here. Cut it up instead of damage the whole quarter panel, and that's the best bet we could do in this situation. So pick it up tomorrow. It's getting a little dark, it's getting chilly. I gotta clean up before I go inside. But I did wanted to show you guys all the work on the whole quarter panel. What we have to do, you know, in my mind I thought cutting the whole quarter panel and replace it, or most of it, but you guys see it will be on bane because of all the bundle. So I'm gonna keep most of my quarter panels from the car and just use the little bit of the arches, so it could be OEM and it's still gonna look good and save me from a headache. All right, boys, so I have the bumper taken off to save time. You know, use a little bit of daylight savings. So I have it loose both sides. I'm gonna measure off camera how much I'm gonna cut with this little bit from here to here, from here to here. I'm gonna try to cut as much less possible. We got passenger and driver quarter panel cut to the amount that I need. So whatever amount I need now, I'm gonna cut it, size it down, and we go from there. Let's get it. All right, check. We'll start with the driver's side. Like I said, I had cut both quarter panels in the junkyard big size, thinking I was gonna change that much. This size too good, so I'm changing the damage. This is a high trim. So now with the bumper off, this is simply what you do. You're gonna kind of estimate how much you're gonna need. So in this case, it's not much. It's from like here, from the end of it, probably to where my fingers at that I need. So I'm gonna take advantage of that, not cut too much, start tracing, cut it, so we can start mounting this side, do the same in the other side, get this installed today, hopefully leave them in store in fiberglass. So with that being said, let's get it. Alright, as we see, this is the part that we cut off. This is what was left of the quarter panel. I end up cutting the second layer in a fender because the quarter panel that I have it good. So I'm gonna cut it extra on mine, so this is not rusted. If anybody says anything, I'm gonna spray a little bit of primer in there, just so that we protect the little bit that we cleaned up in there, which is not much. I'm gonna remeasure this so I could cut it to the size I need. Start putting it in place and yeah, start wrapping things up on this side. Let's get it. Alright, we back. Check it. I done clean and cut everything I needed. I cut it a little longer. I show you, it looked like it's more, but it's really less. I cleaned up my quarter panel piece, took off all the old bando that I have from whoever did it. Every spot that's gonna get welded is grinded off. So I'm gonna show you guys simply how this is gonna go. This part over here is going overlap. Easy to fill in the back, no problem. This part over here, functionally, I made it both ways, so overlap and metal to metal. Being that one to be perfect right there, I just sliced it right there. Now, in the top of the whole metal, we're gonna proceed to install it with pop rivets. This goes to everybody that does not have a welder. I repeat, this goes to everybody that does not have a welder. The way I'm doing it with the rivets, you guys see me? You install it. You guys see me grind the tops of the head, pause on the rivets a little bit so it's flat enough that when you put your filler, you won't see anything. I'm doing it most like that, but I'm also welding some spot at the end to join. But this is again for the people that does not have a welding machine. At the end, when I end up welding, that's for my people that does weld. That's how you weld it. So you could do it both ways with rivets. If you don't got rivets, it's the poor way of doing it, but it'll work. It'll get the job done. It'll last a long time if you do it right. If you do it like that, do not use bando. I repeat, do not use bando. Use fiberglass, bondo glass. That stuff will last. Bondo, it will crack no matter how much of the metal work you do. If you do it with rivets, that's the only difference. The way I'm doing it is just to hold it in place, so it's tacked up where I need it. One hold it, I could tag it to later, fill it in, grind it, whatever, and it should be done. But you guys looking at how to replace these corners on the Rsx itself or any car. So I'm gonna start drilling the hole where I need it. Eventually I have to put the phone down so you guys see it, how it gets done. Start riveting it in, and hopefully get this side done, jump to the other side, and we'll take it from there. So let's get it. Alright, boys, just to show you how things look and the things are possible if you put your mind into it. I could have cut the whole quarter panel, saturated to here, all the way half, just because I bought the whole quarter panel. I'm not wasting my money. For what, guys? Look, little patina is gonna get cleaned up. OEM, this is savable. This is what I mean, metal to metal, just here in the seam. So this is gonna come out flatter and look and perfect all the way through here. Only part is gonna get overlap. It's only this top layer and the corner. This is my method. Been doing it like this for years. It's the best way it works. The side is done for the day. I just gonna simply tag it here off camera a couple times. By the way, when you put your rivets, you don't have to put 100,000 rivets. If you notice, I put them an inch apart, enough to have the metal flat. That way, in that inch you have there, in between the half inch, you could at least weld it here, so it's a little welding spot, 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 tack weld all around. By the time you grind it, you grind down the tops of your rivet. If you don't grind it down, the bondle's gonna show, so don't be lazy. Take the grinder and slightly grind them. It's aluminum, so it'll fade down flat. That's what you're looking for. Once we apply pressure here, you see, I tag it, it's gonna be fucking flawless, perfect. So this side is done. I'm gonna continue to do the other side of camera. I'm gonna have to pick this up tomorrow with the part welded, already grinded. So I showed you guys how to fill it, sand it, and prime it. We're trying to cover that on this video. So at least I want to show one side to not be repetitive how I do it. Of course, every side is different because it doesn't rust the same size. You see, this is smaller, that side is a lot bigger. So we cross that bridge as we get there. Right now, this is the part I wanted to show you. Right by when I put my bumper here, it does match. So I showed you, so you see it does, and we'll move on. All right, I didn't even tie it up. This is just sort of macked up. Look at the fitment. Look at the lining. The same shape. In case anybody say, well, how's that gonna line up, dog? Well, we're seeing it. You take your time, you mark it with a Sharpie. So when it grind down, you got marks at least where you had it marked. Because if you don't mark it, it's gonna be a bitch guessing. Put your bumper back, size it down, test fit it 20 times, and you get this result. Mother sauced it. Soft camera, I'm gonna take care of the other side, cut it, and at least trying to throw it in. Right now it's sitting there, so I'll show you guys how I managed to get it in there. From there, to get it to the car installed like this, to the point that we just could fill in, sand down, boom, prime it, and mamma mia, beautiful. So with that being said, let's get it. Alright, check. This side cleaned up just like the driver's side. Cleaned up the part where it's gonna get contact for the metal to get welded once this installed. I will have to pick it up tomorrow. That's already sized down. You already guys see me cut it. From that side quarter panel to the part that we need. We didn't want to go crazy. So before I put that part on, I'm gonna simply grind this side. Kind of forgot the other side a little bit. It's only a smaller part. Being that this is a larger area with rust, I'm gonna prime it. And yeah, see me install this one real quick. Let's get it. Alright boys, just like that this piece is installed. Just see it, just like the other side. Once that you apply pressure to here, metal to metal. So I'm gonna tag it here, grind this down, tag it here, tag it here, tag it there. You already know. Apply pressure in the back, same thing. Tag it here, filling all around. This is already. I'm gonna proceed to put the bumper, so you see it with the bumper on. But this is getting to its close stage to being finalized and being ready and being rust free. And this is one way to fix your quarter panel on a Rsx, on any quarter, on any car, as long as you go to the junker and you did what I did. So put the bumper on, see what it looks like. Well, sunlight is going down, as y'all see. Check it out with the bumper on, boys. The difference. I remember seeing this rust spot here missing, not matching up, not lining up with the bumper. This is just put in place. None of this is even bolted on. Look at the way the fitment, the way that the lines. That's important. So by the time tomorrow I grind this down here, spot weld it here, we'll fill in this corner. We didn't butcher this shit out of the quarter panel, and we save an Acura Rsx the proper way. Gonna get welded underneath here. Metal to metal, seam to seam, so as flat as it could get. Over here with the overlap in the top to have structure in the back, because you're not really gonna see it. You could always work your ways better, but in these edges here, it's important to try to do metal to metal, seam to seam. But overall, check it out. Like I said, the bumper is loose and it's too nice fitment. Check it out how tight. Pulse in the tight. So check out how it looks. Already not rusted. So check out this side, same thing. I have to put in by hand here. So of course I gotta adjust it tomorrow a little bit, but this is already the same thing. Check out the fitment. Check out that border. Rust is gone. The arch is restored. Check. This side's already welded. Couple popcorn chicken nuggets there. Not worry about it. They're gonna get grinded on right now. Same with the rivets. So everything gets smoothed out. It's nice and smooth. Leave this part ready so that we could start icing it up soon. Without further waiting off camera, I'm gonna jump and do the other side. So we get both sides welded, grind it down, and start finishing the body work on it. Hopefully prime it, and if we could in this video, paint this today, so it'll be everything on one video. How to replace, how to repair a quarter panel, how to do the body work, how to prime it, how to sand it, how to paint it, and pretty much that'll be all day. So let me get to it. Let's get it. Alright boys, check it out. Both sides are placed in, welded, grinded down. I'm gonna take a little lunch break. I'll be back in a second, which will be nothing for you guys. I'm gonna start filling in, dry, let it dry, so we could start sanding down. But this is already welded through the bottom, each corner that it needed to meet. Pretty strong. Don't have to worry about it. Just a matter of filling up. Sorry I didn't record the whole grinding and welding procedure because you guys see me many times doing it. The video would have taken at least 55 minutes. You're not gonna watch it, so this is the best I could do. For some of you who want to watch at home and learn how to do it again, every metal I made it meet with OEM, positioned in the right place where it needs to be. Everything is joined perfectly, grind it down, weld it, so I could just fill it in with icing now, let it dry, do my magic, and see how it looks. Already look a lot better. Got rid of the rust, back to OEM, so looking good. So we'll be right back. Alright, check it. We done put some icing. I want to explain something to you guys first. When it's jobs like this, the way you do it, you take that first wipe and you start covering the seam. That's the purpose on that, to cover the seam all around. Gotta cover up here still. This side, the other side I did it. Well, we got the seam on cover, letting it dry. I gotta do one more wipe to make stuff level with each layer. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make this level with this level with this, then on the other side. If you're trying to apply too much at once, you're gonna have too much body filler that you don't need. So you see the same thing here. We're filling all around to close it in. Over here we had a little spot that I fixed it, cleaned it, touched it up, and then if you just see, it's already level. Same thing here. It's already even. Letting it dry. Do one more wipe. I'll do this by itself, then I'll do this to make it even. So I'm working it step by step. So I'm showing it to you guys like this because it would take too long. Plus you guys see me put bando many times, and who doesn't know how to put bando? Plus I want you guys to try it at home. Lose the fear of messing up or something that look pretty but you still want to take a little rough spot because it's gonna take to a bigger cancer spot. Just lose that fear, get the momentum, get motivated, and get it done. By the time this car is done, it's gonna be worth it I did this rather than see it with the rust that I used to have. So let me dry up, let these dry up, we'll come back, we'll apply one more coating and I'll show you guys. Alright, check it. Several wipes after. This is dry. I gotta go one last wipe. I wanna show you guys where we at. Everything is sealed underneath it. That I wanted to cover when I sand that looks OEM. Underneath here as well. It's important. That's all the parts that I joined. So I'm gonna do one last wipe. Daylight is going on me. I really want to sand it today. Chances be I won't be able to sand it. Or if I sand it, I have to completely do it on camera in order to do it. So we'll see where we at. Same on this side. Gotta do like little touches. So fill where I wanted to meet all the joints to cover everything. So gotta do a wipe here or there for a scratch or something, maybe a low spot that look a little low, but I'm ready to sand it at some point off camera. if the light allows me. So that's where we at. That's what I wanted to show you guys before we move any further. But it looks so dope already. Like you guys could see the OEM shapes back to factory. You know what I mean? It's not like that. Got all the right shapes that it should have from factory. Including the on the fender. That's a full repair. In the bottom I had a small spot over there. Yeah, you just touched up now before you even came back. So this is gonna last a long time. Alright, so let me get to it. We'll come back. Alright, check it out. It's the next day. Everything is dry. Bumper is back on as we see. To show you guys that it does line up. Everything meets the way it is. I got some sandpaper. I got a small block so that we could knock this out today. I'm gonna remove the gas cap so I don't mess it up, so we could sand down the way we need to. Take my time, and we jump, and we do this side. Both sides are knocked down. It's a matter of just sanding it. So I'm gonna put in a little time left for both sides so you guys see me getting down with it. Let's get it. Alright boys, this is done. It's a retro level up. Everything is been filled the way it needs. We shape everything around the gas cap. Everything is covered up here. We still gotta block it by hand. We got the black sanding disc right there, 6220. It's pretty much done to my satisfaction. You guys see, pretty much strained up. So I'm gonna proceed to do the other side of camera, and I'll show you guys both sanded, and we'll do the next step. So with that being said, let's get it. Alright boys, so I waste no time. Off camera, sand it through prime, just to show you guys the final result. This is how you replace and restore an OEM quarter panel using a quarter panel from the junkyard. We kept all our shapes. You don't see nothing with anything the joints. Over here had a little rust spot, so I went and fixed it. That way when the car get painted in the future, it doesn't come back. But check out the arches, boy. Factory. All the way to the bottom. And remember, this is where you used to join. Over here, you don't see nothing. Over here I had a rust spot. Don't address it. This is how you do body work, boys. You gotta do it 4 or 5 times. We do it 4 or 5 times until it feels right. But You guys is my witness. It used to be really ugly. The other side we still gotta do. So I was trying to finish that side so I could move the car over, sand it, and address it the other way. But already look at the difference on both sides. It was bigger than that side, and it's already fixed up. So from that side, we could suspect at least to see that result. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped with that. I'm gonna let it dry so I can move the car this way, start sanding the other side, see what things is looking like. Let's get it. All right, boys, this is finished. That part in the bottom is finished. This is all finished. I taped it. So you guys see how I taped it so I don't leave lines. You're gonna tape your first line where you don't want. And you're gonna peel it back, pause, halfway. After you peel it halfway, you tape it the opposite. Then I'll do a second line. Whatever overspray comes from here, I'm not worried about it. I could clean it with acetylene or with gas. The point is not to leave the hard lines. They we leave where we leave tape. So that's why I roll back the tape, retape it, so that I got a perfect line, but not a hard line. It's kind of like a ghost line that you could barely even see. You could fade it out, wet sand in it, rather than have a hard line that you wet sand it forever and it stays there. So I'll put you guys in a time lapse, prime this, and we're gonna call it a wrap. Alright, boys, here we see it. Rust free in primer. Quarter panel replace, quarter panel restore, because half of the quarter panel was gone. We end up going to the junkyard, cutting off the quarter panels off of another Rsx donor, and here we are today. OEM shapes. Everything is sealed the way it should. Pretty stoked, boys. Went from a rusty quarter panel to a good looking quarter panel. We're looking at it right now. So I'm stoked. Same for both sides. I'm gonna let it dry up. Put the bumper back on. Go to the store, get some acetone or some gas, and clean this leftover and make this line a little cleaner. Other than that, I'm happy. Couldn't ask for more. This is how you restore and replace quarter panels on a 2000 Honda Rsx. Office reference to any other Honda, the same thing. Cut them from another car. Side setups too, what you need, always bigger. Try to go smaller. Doesn't mean because you got a whole quarter panel, you got to replace the whole quarter panel. Replace what's needed, and this is your results. All right, boys. So we're gonna wrap it up. It's chilly. My work is done. Hope this was motivational. Help you guys in many ways, shape, form, not just an Rsx, but in your daily cars, Honda, any cars you got. Self-motivate, keep motivated. With that being said, thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, and commenting. Till the next time, peace.